even want to go anywhere, I just want to stay home. Have you experienced panic or anxiety attacks? If so, there might be something of use to you in this video. Stay tuned. Hi angels, this is Leia, and in this vlog we'll be talking about panic attacks and anxiety. So you know what, originally I was actually going to film a vlog on relationships and love, following the trend of the last few videos that we've been doing. But I just felt called to do this video. If you've ever heard any comments like, "It's all in your head, so just get over it." Don't think thoughts like that. Stop making all this up just to get attention. You're too sensitive. Grow a thicker skin. Know that you're not alone. There are people who are experiencing what you're going through. I am not a doctor, nor am I any other kind of healthcare professional, but from personal experience, I just wanted to put some things out there that you might find useful. So from conversations that I've had, I do know quite a few people who haven't ever experienced panic attacks, and that is awesome. But just in case you have experienced one of those and you just didn't know what it was or what to call it, let me explain from my end what it's like. In no particular order, first, I forget how to breathe. Like I don't know how breathing works. I have to make a conscious effort to breathe because it's like if I don't do that, then I'm just not gonna be breathing at all. And I don't know if any one of you out there can relate to this, but I'll explain it the best I can. I also feel sometimes like my body can't contain my consciousness. I can't stay within my body, like I'm gonna be ejected out of it. I am going to die. You see, when you're in that state, you're not thinking straight. It goes beyond being hyper. It's like being hyper times maybe 100 or 1,000. And then of course there's something that I've heard a lot of people say they've experienced as well, which is the pounding heart, the clammy hands, and sometimes even shivering or trembling. Now the funny thing about panic attacks is you could be fine one moment and then the next feeling all anxious. I have noticed though that I've gotten them more frequently in relation to certain things that I have to do than at other times. For example, there was this time when I worked at a place that had, well, let's just say it's not that good of a place to go if you want to stay alive. That location was and still is known to attract a certain kind of clientele, so people get mugged, people get shot. The point is, being a sensitive person, being the kind of person who absorbs energy, and being exposed to that on an almost daily basis really made me not want to go there anymore. And all that had gotten programmed into my subconscious, into my body. So towards the end of my time over there, I would start getting panicky just before I was gonna go to work. I could be doing my makeup and all of a sudden I'm so clammy, like my hands are cold, my heart's beating fast, or sometimes I'd already be on the train and then I would feel like I need to get off, I can't be in here. And I realized that not everybody can remove themselves from a situation that's causing them to be anxious, but after I left that job, those panic attacks stopped. So from what I've experienced, I would say that the kind of environment that we put ourselves in, the kind of people that we expose ourselves to on a regular basis, these have a huge effect on getting panicky and experiencing anxiety. So if you're sensitive, which a whole lot of people who watch this channel are, then I would say do your best to find quiet time and just let your body unwind. Don't hold on to all the tensions, all the stresses, because I do think that all that pent-up tension contributes so much to experiencing anxiety attacks. And another tip I'm going to give you that might be helpful as well is watch what you ingest, what you eat, what you drink, anything else that you put into your body. Because for me, the panicky feelings were a whole lot stronger back in the days when I was still drinking coffee. And that was years ago. And not just coffee, but other stimulants. For instance, processed sugar. I used to be a huge sugar junkie. I would eat cupcakes, all kinds of desserts, ice cream. I loved that kind of stuff. And eventually, before long, I started feeling really sick. Immediately after, I could take 2 bites of a cookie and I just felt incredibly panicky. It's like my blood sugar had gotten messed up from drinking so much coffee and eating so much sweets. I stopped eating processed sugar for a few years, and I stopped drinking coffee. I no longer do to this day, and it has made a world of difference in my life. Of course, all of us are different, and we're all going to make different decisions. Some of you out there will feel like your life's not quite complete without coffee, or you still want to have your sweets, and that's perfectly fine. I'm just sharing what it's been like for me. After I dropped the processed sugar and stopped the coffee, I lost around 35 pounds in 5 months' time, and I felt really good. My energy levels were up in a good way, not in a panicky, hyper way. I wanted to be more involved with the world, not like the me who was getting those panic attacks, who felt like, I don't want to be out there, I'm really scared of what's out there, I just want to stay home. I want to bundle myself up in bed, which brings me to another point that might be helpful. Maybe when you experience these panic attacks, you can take a walk outside instead of just sitting down. Well, maybe at first you could sit down, but if you lie down, you could quite possibly be swimming all the more in whatever negative thoughts you have, because they do build on each other. Especially if you are like me, getting that feeling that I'm gonna die, then you just keep thinking those thoughts over and over, and that does nothing to help you at all. And this one you might already know if you've watched a bunch of videos on anxiety attacks, panic attacks, and that is to breathe. To deep breathe, actually. It is very helpful in slowing down the heart rate and bringing the body back to that feeling of being relaxed. I think that a lot of people who get panic attacks, anxiety attacks, are really eager to do well in the world, to not let other people down, and I really do hope you find the support that you're looking for. I'm sure there are a whole lot more resources available now that there's more awareness being brought to this subject. Thank you so much for tuning in, angels. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you. And speaking of appreciation, I also wanted to say that these videos would not be possible without my partner, my babe, my love. And it may be my face that you're seeing in these videos, but there's actually 2 of us behind all this. And if you enjoy this video and want to see more like it with helpful tips, inspiration, encouragement, motivation, go ahead and leave a thumbs up, share it with anyone you think will benefit, and subscribe. That way you see all our future uploads the moment they're uploaded. Stay tuned for much more. The next vlog is going to be another one on relationships, just like the last few. Then we're going to be moving on to a different, inspiring topic. Until next time, I'll talk to you again soon. Take good care of yourself. Bye for now. Namaste. Wow, I'm actually wearing something other than black today. Wow, I love this lighting.